Hello and welcome to the Monster Sanctuary Tournament Circuit. Today we're going to be casting the quarterfinals of the 4th tournament of Season 1 Draft. I'm Flowing Jeffawa.
And I'm Marsh. This match will be between Red and Frost.
Yeah, so we've got a very chill-centric team on Red's side and a more buff, age, charge-centric team on Frost's side.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that both players are in the same pod, so there are no repeats of monsters on their teams.
Yeah, and due to finishing first overall in the Swiss standings, Red has the option of going first in the first game of every match of Top Cut. So we see King Blob, Arachlich, and Wolf out first for Red. Hoping to get an early knockout with Wolf.
Yes, it's quite nice to have King Blob on the front lineup to get those charge stacks on the Wolf.
Yeah,
looks like third track is going to go down.
Strong start for Red here. Frost brings in the Scorch to take the place of the Vertrag, which is very good at buffing, which is something that you want on your Lion to get going. Lots of buffs, lots of shielding. 2 stacks of age already on the Lion as well. But it does have that weakness.
Looks like that pops with Phoenix Affinity. Going to be interesting to see what Red goes for here.
Yeah, so far not a lot of chills going out, but weakness on everything on Frost's side. Some other debuffs here and there.
Yeah, a lot of debuffs going around.
Yeah, with this particular opening trio, it's not maybe as chill-centric as some of the other opening trios that we've seen from Red. Ones with Ice Blob and Drakazul. And then I actually see that Red has a Minotaur in the back 3 for this match. I don't think we've seen that in previous featured matches from Red.
Looks like it will be a good counter to that Spectral Eagle you can see in the backline of Frost's team. Since it had the bleed, it can pop a Phoenix Affinity and then also finish off the Eagle.
Yeah, this team is very threatening to Eagle with a lot of very powerful water damage moves available.
Yeah, it's understandable why Frost would want to keep that Eagle in the back for now.
Yeah. Taking out the Wolf is definitely good for hoping to keep Spectral Lion around for Frost. It's one of the strongest sources of wind damage on Red's team.
A lot of charge stacks on that Minotaur. Might be a good time for an AoE move here with Fatal Cut.
Yeah, it looks like a definite knockout on the Scorch here if the Fatal Cut is chosen. The physical resistance on Nautilid is looking pretty good right now for keeping that around.
Yeah, very helpful.
After bleed, you never know. It could still go down here.
Yeah, it looks like it dies to Congeal here.
Yeah, just one of the many things that Arachlich brings to the table is that Congeal, and the Blood Drive, of course, makes the Congeals do even more damage.
Yeah, it's very nice support for a very heavy chill-centered team.
This is a pretty rough end game to have for Frost's all DPS and no support, essentially. Probably going to have a hard time breaking through. I didn't see a counterattack there, which is interesting.
That is interesting, yeah. Looks like the Ignite will take the Minotaur down.
So now the one thing that Frost has to keep in mind here is not to allow a double revive backline. So you really have to target down Arachlich here, otherwise it's pretty much unwinnable in the end game.
Yes, looks like Arachlich does. The affinity was popped, so it might be doable.
Yeah, it is down to its last life now, at least. So, oh, those are some big damage previews from this Drakazul, though. I don't know if Frost is even going to have a chance to try and come back. If a pickup gets, or a knockout gets picked up here. Looking to pop the Phoenix Affinity with the second attack and then finish it off with the third.
Looks like Red doesn't want to risk the dodge.
That's interesting because the Arachlich does have access to the Sure Strike, so that might indicate that Red actually isn't running Sure Strike.
Very interesting.
Now with a 2-on-4 and a Lion looking pretty low on health, I don't think Frost is going to be able to come back.
Yeah, it looks like the Arachlich survives, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, one more attack should take out the Lion. And I think we'll be moving on to game 2 shortly here.
Yep, the Lion goes down.
Yeah, there's really nothing Mega Rock can do in this situation. Frost is probably just making a plan up for the second game at this point. Of course, having the first turn in game 2 after losing game 1 gives you a bit more control over how the game gets going. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Frost makes here. So we see Dracogran coming in instead of Mega Rock. And no adjustments on Red's side, it looks like.
But Dracogran has nice elemental coverage for Red's team. Against Red's team. Since it's had that fire and wind.
Yeah, Dracogran has a really nice matchup into at least half of Red's team. You see no Nautilid in the opening trio for Frost this game.
The Affinity, but not killing Arachlich yet.
Yeah, nearly killing it through the Infinity. Still a pretty good start. We saw a lot of buffs come out from that attack. And when your Lion's hitting all its crits, that's what you need to get going. Buffs itself, buffs the team up with all the critical mass and the critical boons.
That's very, very strong.
And we see how much Red values the Arachlich, using multiple moves to get it up to a healthy amount of health and shielding. Try and keep it around for the rest of the game if you can.
A lot of chill going around.
Yeah, 2 and 3 stacks on everything on Frost's side now. Of course, that can be an issue. But one thing Scorch is good at is restoring, cleansing debuffs from the team. It's one of the few mons that has access to the Mega Restore Ultimate, which cures 3 debuffs from every member of the team.
Yes, it'll be very helpful to deal with all the chill.
Vertrag is a naturally resistant monster to debuffs. So if it doesn't go down early the way it did in Game 1, that could be a very, very good thing for Frost to keep it around and threaten a gravity wipe at some point.
Yeah, if it survives for long enough, those age stacks and char stacks will add up.
Yeah, that's one thing that leading Drakazul as opposed to Wolf kind of makes Red's team a lot more susceptible to Vertrag building up those stacks, becoming more and more threatening. So you see the damage previews here from Drakazul on Vertrag are very low. They can't really afford to attack into it for multiple turns.
Even more debuffs being applied here with that 4 chill stacks on Lion and Vertrag. There we go, Mega Restore.
Yeah, I really like this opening from Frost here. This is looking a lot better than Game 1 was. And if this Jewel Blast, it's not enough to take down that Lich. It's really looking very bulky right now.
Yeah. Another good thing about Scorch here is that it has Jolly Spirit, which kind of counteracts the mana, like the mana drain of Chill, and lets it use Mega Restore.
Yeah, it gets you off to a good start anyway. And not falling behind early is not something to be overlooked.
Yeah, especially important for Lion since it's very buff-centric and needs all those buffs.
Yeah, with this lineup, the longer Vertrag and Lion can stick around, the more threatening they become. And the age stacks also help you with the chill because they give you the mana discounts. So Frost has the benefit of kind of sitting back a little bit and still improving board position just by keeping the monsters around. That's not a benefit that Red has in this match. Not with this particular lineup right now, anyway.
Yeah, it gives inevitability to Frost lineup here.
Tons of buffs coming out there. Yes, we see Frost valuing, keeping that Vertrag around. Another big Jewel Blast, but not enough to even get the Arachlich down to 50% health.
Yeah, it's very helpful for Red to have Drakazul here, as it has the triple barrier really helps making the entire team a bit more bulky.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of work here. And we can see the buff mastery from Scorch is also doing work on Frost's side because there's multiple dodge buffs, I think, on every member of the team at this point. Or most.
Yeah, you can see the double spell shield on Lion there. Forge goes down.
That's very good for Red's chances. Makes all these debuffs more likely to stick around for longer.
Frost does have more age synergy now, though, on his lineup.
Yeah, bringing in the Nautilid gives Age of Purification, which is going to help with these bleed stacks at least. And also another multi-sorcery, which is enough to get the damage up and take out that Iraq Lich. So we'll see what red does to replace this Lich. Doesn't have a source of Congeal left on the team now, which really drives down the value of those chills.
Yeah, they're a lot less threatening now to Frost's team.
Of course, line.
At a sliver of HP here.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see this Drakazul just go into the Vertrag to ensure the knockout.
Yeah.
It's a good play, though, on Red's part, because maybe you get the knockout just with your second action, and then you can chip away at one of the other monsters. But ensuring you get the knockout is definitely the right play there.
Good DPS is on Frost's lineup here. Running out of support slowly.
Yeah. Not a situation you want to be in, especially when you got tons of debuffs coming out. Wow, allows Drakazul to stick around.
Minotaur comes out, which could be pretty significant here.
Yeah, they're kind of in similar positions now where they're both just taking out the other player's supports. Big damage previews on Minotaur. Wants to get the Drakagran out of the way.
Yeah, looks like the neutral attacks are very good against Drakagran here.
Yeah, goes for single target. Oh, wow. Drakagran
does stick around, yeah.
Even after getting single targeted by the Minotaur. It's very, very good for Frost.
Yeah, it could be able to knock out the Drakazul here.
Yeah, we could see 2 knockouts this turn. There goes Drakazul. I imagine it's more likely we'll see a knockout onto Minotaur, just because of how much shields this King Blob has.
Yeah, there it is.
And we've just gotten into Infinity stacks. So even though we've got the revive here, the Drakazul isn't going to get the benefit of that first Infinity stack.
Yeah, and it's not nearly as threatening until it's buffed up again.
Couple misses, all it takes for the Drakagran to survive that attack. It's looking good for Frost here. It's a good position to be in. If the Occlute goes down, I think that should be enough to wrap the game up.
The 9 H stacks on Lion. Yeah. But 9 H stacks on Lion looks like it should take it down.
Yeah, the Lion is very, very threatening right now. It's got pretty much every buff under the sun at this point. 6 stacks of sorcery.
At least 2 stacks of everything else as well.
That makes it a 4-on-1, so I'm sure we'll see, we see the forfeit here from Red. On to game 3, tied up at 1 game apiece. So now Red's chosen to go first again.
Looks like the same lineup as last game.
Yeah, neither player choosing to dip into their sideboards. For options, Red has Blob, which we haven't seen, Ice Blob, which we've seen in previous matches, and Shockhopper. So, I don't know if I would bring any of those options in, really.
It would be interesting to see them.
Yeah, I could see Ice Blob being the most likely, just to have another source of congeal after Heraclich goes down. But then you lose some of the offensive firepower that you want. Going against a team like this from Frost that has so much offensive power, you want to be able to pick up knockouts rather than rely on damage on end of turn.
Yeah, definitely.
And then over on Frost's side, there's actually a Targoat in the sideboard that we haven't seen, which is interesting because it's a very, very strong monster. And
yeah, Targoat is very commonly seen.
Yeah, also a Salahammer, which goes extremely well with Targoat. And then the Megarok, which we did see in Game 1. So Frost has a lot of options. I could definitely see that being switched out, still being quite effective.
Yeah, very good draft for Frost.
Yeah, both players came out of the draft with very, very strong teams.
Previews are looking very good.
Well, this might be enough to get the knockout after. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Congeal takes it down.
Did more than even the damage previews predicted with full crits. The benefit of having so many buffs. So now we've got double multi-sorcery on the field with this Eagle, so we could see... Oh, wow.
Very close.
Yeah. That's rough break for Frost on that. Falling behind very quickly in this game.
Looks like Red still wants Heraclich to stick around, to heal it up a little.
Yeah, between the occult powers, the encapsulates, and all the healing from King Blob, there's a lot of ways to keep his things healthy. Just a matter of deciding what targets the wolf there. So I think at this point, Red feels like pushing the issue and picking up more knockouts is more important than trying to keep the Heraclich around. Which makes sense when you're up 6-3.
It's a pretty hard, difficult position for Frost here. Try to break through.
Yeah. There is the option of doing revive chains potentially with Scorch and Eagle in the back 3. That's not really the game you want to be in when you're down so many monsters.
Yeah, and Red is likely going to send out, another DPS, so the revive chain was a bit less effective. Interesting to switch to Frost Pierce here.
Yeah, Frost Pierce is a very powerful move because it gets that 75% critical damage extra hit. So
doesn't pop the affinity, but brings it really low.
Yeah, it's got those 8 bleed stacks, so it's probably going to go down to that.
Yeah, the bleed pops the affinity there.
Yeah, very rough position for Frost to be in. I don't think there's any coming back from this. When you're reviving with the Eagle, it means you're not really doing anything offensively this turn.
Yeah, I doubt now Tillid or Scorch are going to attack here.
Yeah, there's no buffs on this Scorch, so it's not going to be able to dodge any attacks. Yeah, Red can kind of just play this safe, pick up a knockout.
Yeah, as long as Red picks up Scorch every turn, the Eagle will pretty much never attack.
Yeah. Wolf is just building up age stacks at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's game.
Tough game
On to
for
game
Frost.
4. Interesting. It looks like Red decided to switch in Ice Blob.
Yeah, we do
for
see
that
the
Congeal. It's proven to be a very strong, have a very strong defensive presence on Red's team.
So I think this is a good adjustment for Red, having Ice Blob in the opening 3 instead of a Racklich means that if Frost wants to take away the Congeal, you got to go through the Ice Blob first. Chooses not to try and pick up on the Wolf, but manages to survive.
Yeah, it's very, very good for Red here. Yeah, a very good thing for Ice Blob here is that it can apply chill stacks very consistently.
Yeah, I feel like Ice Blob is a really underrated monster for how much it brings to the table.
Yeah, and it's very nice that it's synergized with King Blob here.
Yeah, it does have really good synergy with King Blob and really the entire team that Red has put together. It doesn't look like a threatening monster when you put it on the field next to King Blob and Wolf, but it's bringing that Congeal, it's bringing very consistent chill application.
Yeah, it has great utility for the team.
Pretty low damage output on that turn from the Lion. Definitely not what you want to see. Normally, the wound stacks that are coming out of this Nautilus would be more effective, but when your healer and King Blob has Purify, it's able to just ignore that single wound stack. Gets rid of it before it even starts to heal.
Good preview on Scorch there.
Yeah, it looks like it should be a knockout.
Yeah, Frost is down to 1 support once again. Tough position.
Yeah, Red got off to such a strong start in this game again. When that the Wolf dodged the knockout on the first turn, it really put Frost behind the 8-ball.
Yeah, definitely.
That's where you see you've got the benefit of first turn, but if you don't pick up a knockout and you've gone all in on it, it can put you behind very quickly.
Looks like it does some nice crits on line there.
Yeah, that was definitely a needed turn for Frost to try and get back in this game. You see Drakazul come out, which, well, damage previews are not very big right now, but of course this is without any combo. Once we get some combo and some buffs on that Drakazul, those are going to shoot up quite a bit.
Yeah, and it will be very hard to take down. Very bulky. Full shield on all the monsters on Red's team here.
Doesn't look like an immediate knockout is threatened. I think the Nautilid is the most likely to go down with the combination of attacks and debuffs, especially seeing as how the Nautilid is naturally weak to debuffs.
Yeah, but Congeal takes it down.
So once again, we see Frost with all DPS.
Very tough position.
Fire Pillar doesn't... Oh, 9 hits actually. Not bad combo, considering. The buff creation on the Fire Pillar, I suppose, helps quite a bit with the combo, even though it's only 3 hits.
Looks like a Drakazul does go down.
Yeah, so Frost in this game, a little bit different game plan than we've seen, going for the DPS rather than the supports.
Looks like that Ice Blob is running very low on mana.
Yeah, I find that is one of the downsides on Ice Blob, is that it tends to run into mana problems quite frequently because you're usually building it more for bulk than mana system. So Red thinking of taking a turn off of using the mana to build that back up again, take care of a couple debuffs.
Yeah, even if Red doesn't attack here, so many debuffs are applied, and there's almost no way to clear them for Frost here.
Yeah, when you don't have a dedicated support, you basically just have to take a turn off to use a potion. Something that some players, particularly new players, I think are reluctant to do is use items in matches. But the proper use of items is one of the big things that can push you over to that next level of gameplay, I think.
Yeah, particularly mass antidotes. I've seen them a lot on high-level play.
Yeah, there's some matchups where you don't have a way to keep up unless you're using antidotes. So if the match calls for it, that's what we do.
Looks like that line will go down to debuffs here.
Yeah, the debuffs are really starting to add up on Frost's side, and Red's able to just kind of sit back and keep all these monsters healthy and let the debuffs do the work.
Yeah, with no debuff clear, it's very tough for Frost here.
Doesn't go for the revive on the lion either. basically throwing in the towel at this point.
All the chill stacks besides the congeal, they also just drain the mana so much that good attacks like can't be used.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths of Red's team. It just can absolutely debilitate you. You don't even have the options available to fight against it. It's one of those things you need to get an early lead and hold on to it against this team. Otherwise, it's very difficult to come back. You saw the damage on that explosion was roughly 2 pixels, I think.
Yeah, pretty pitiful.
And the shield burst finishes it off. So Red gets the win. Congratulations to both players on making it this far. We'll see Red in the next round.
Yep, thank you for watching.